Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Seth from Fabtcg, and today we have our U.S. Nationals Prism deck tech by Team Oni. For those who don't know what Team Oni or who I am Siphon. I am the head coach and captain of Team Oni, a flesh and blood team based out of Ohio. And I do a lot of deck building for the team whenever they need decks ideas or just straight up decks sometimes. And this is one of the 6 decks that I am considering for Nats. To kind of lead on what this is, I'm running a video series of all the possible decks that I will be taking to Nats, but I'm recording all these before I leave, and I'm taking every deck with me. I'm unsure what I'm actually going to be playing. We'll both be finding out together when I register whatever deck I register. But as far as this goes, this is our Prism list. I'll give you a heads up. This is pretty much a nurse's list from Battle Hard Montreal with some edits. So this will actually be a very quick deck tech, because there's already a deck tech of this out. But I'll at least try to talk about some of the important things. So, first big thing, that this is a heavier Rapture list than I've played in the past. Most of the lists I've played in the past have been Fabtcg first, or sometimes even Fabtcg only. This is the first list that I've played probably in a long time that's actually Rapture, and I think in the majority of matchups. That's noted by the higher red count. Here, right? Normally, if I recall correctly, I was only playing 3 reds in my Fabtcg on list, and it was just triumphs. I wasn't even playing a card like Red War-Tune Herald. The big reason why is on your combo turn, the last thing you want is to draw red because it's only 2 resources, and you might be a little bit mana short of being able to do something. Right now, again, because we're Rapture first, and the heralds that we are bringing in that are red, obviously being the Red War-Tune Herald and the Red Herald Tenacity, I believe that you can pretty much get away with this, and still, it's only 9 compared to other decks, and and most of our Fabtcg matchups were shrinking down to 3 anyway. It is just, these are extra sideboard slots that we had dedicated to other things that we are now dedicated to this. That's why I feel it's a little bit important to call it out. But to kind of run down the equipment, we have Dreamweavers, Imperial Rapture, Fisticuffs, Halo Illumination, Luminaris, Snow and Gloves, Phantasm Footsteps, Silent Stilettos, Vambrace, and Vestige Soul. So the big thing is, when it comes to arm piece, we're not running Glass Gauntlet, we're not running Wavery Rider, we're running Dreamweavers into decks that will have poppers that we need to have a very specifically timed card, like an Erudition, not get popped. We have Fisticuffs into most of our aggro matchups. And also as a way that we can get a sneaky yell in if we're pitching a blue. Most people won't see the, oh, this doesn't have go again, I'll just do this, and then you pitch a yell and it has go again. Now they have egg on their face. And obviously no one goes for decks like Kano. Again, for chess piece, we're on Rapture and Soul. Oh, I did forget to bring out the Vambrace. So the Vambrace is what I'm playing currently into the Illusionist Mirror. The big thing is it allows you to use all your resources on your turn, especially into Enigma, where you have to be the aggressor. This allows you just a slight bit extra punch to be able to clear their board at a cost that is not big, because they run a decent amount of poppers, but usually a risk we're running 3 to 6. Some will run a little bit more, but 3 to 6. In Dreamweavers, it's really awkward when you're supposed to actually pop Dreamweavers in that matchup, because it is so much more likely to not, they don't have one than they have one. And then, yes, kind of like I said earlier, you just wait to pop it whenever you don't need one to be popped. But then they'll just block a little bit heavier and keep their ward up. So that matchup, realistically, that's just a tricky Illusionist matchup, but I do feel that the Vambrace has helped me out, at least in testing. But realistically, that's like the special stuff. We're on a Rainbow Herald package of Tenacity, Triumph, and Herald. Tenacity's being the most unique thing here, because obviously these Rainbows make sense. This being Rainbow It's kind of weird because like the reds and the blues are kind of the ones that are uncommon. Like the yellows are just yellows, and you can always just run them, and it's pretty much free. It comes at 5, which is kind of weird. But the 6 is just again, we're in a meta where a lot of people are not willing to block, at least as much as they were last format. So if I can really punish them while sending heavy artillery at them, and then making to be in situations where they cannot block, or otherwise they might think they have to, I now get to pull armor, where just the regular attacks may not have pulled armor. Obviously, Arclight Sentinel. We are still a combo deck secondarily, and Arclight is the big thing with that. And still to this day, people still really don't know how to play against Prism, and that's your biggest edge. Heck, a lot of people forgot about Prism. I'm somewhat glad, somewhat sad that some YouTubers are bringing up Prism and going like, "Hey, everyone forgot about Prism." I'm like, well, everyone forgot about Prism. Like, now everyone's just going to remember. But for the longest time, nobody was talking about Prism, and like, it was one of the reasons I was really considering playing her because like, did everyone just forget she exists? Because if you remember, fast forward like 2 months back, dude, people wanted to quit the game because of Prism, and now everyone just forgot. A lot of Prism players went to Enigma. Because Enigma has more of the old school Prism feel that everyone liked. This Prism's still good. I think her matchup spread's fantastic, and this is a really big part of that. Some decks just cannot resist the combo. And you will sit down and just have some free wins because you'll prevent Vestige, and that other person will just know that they're fucked. And in my opinion, that's an awesome feeling to have. We are on only Celestial Reprimand Yellow. In previous ones we were on blue, but I think just the yellow here is fine. I don't think we need the effect often enough. Plus we have Halo if we ever need. As long as we're disciplined with our Halo, we can always Halo for Triumph, and we can always get past the Popper. Now, people might eventually wise up and start putting more of the 7 powers, especially with good 7 power Poppers printed soon. But some people are just undisciplined and will just keep the 6s and wonder why they keep getting blown out by Halo. As far as Figment goes, we are playing 6 Figments. We're playing Judgment, Protection, Ravages, Rebirth, Triumph, and more. We're pretty much just not on the Dominate Herald, which I actually don't remember what that Herald's called. But that Herald I'm not very impressed with. The spot where I would like that Herald is late game where I flip it, swing, and I go Red Wartune Herald for 7, Red Wartune for 7, both dominated. That's a very hyper-specific late game that I'd have to craft for me to even want that card in the deck, and I just think that slot's better suited towards other cards. Genesis. Oh, Genesis. People still don't know to kill this card, like, on site. And then they start getting drowned in value. Happens almost every time. People, please just kill the Genesis. Like, that's literally all I can say is just kill the Genesis. Herald of Erudition. Solid card. I actually think it's gone down in value slightly. Just because of the uptick in armor. And because we're not running as many pumps as we used to, as you can see. We're running no Wraths. If we were on Wrath versus a no popper matchup, I'd feel a little bit safer about someone just jamming armor and trying to get past this, where we kind of have to play this kind of honestly and just hope it goes well. Herald Judgment is all-time high. We have Zen as possibly the best deck in the format. At the very least, it's top 3. And this card just says, give me 2 cards, no matter what. This card would be the argument I would make if I wanted to add some of the pumps back into the deck. It is just keeping this in Arsenal, playing the Herald of Judgment. Your opponent tries to stuff with armor, you wrath it, and then you just get to look at them get really sad that now their turn just doesn't function. Hopefully Prisms don't play into me if I play Zen. Who knows, who knows. Lasso, currently we have 44 targets in the deck. It is more likely to hit than not. Now, obviously, some of those are non-heralds. But sometimes if it's just yellow, we're definitely fine just to put it in the soul, especially if it's early game. We want to be able to build that soul so we can actually play some of our cards with multiple modes. Merciful Retribution. Really good against the popper matchups. It's just free soul, free damage. Some people will not invest arcane damage in you. So arcane barrier in you. So this just becomes like a go-to card. This can chip anyone with all three from like anywhere from like 3 to like 10 value. Overcost 3 of them and get you soul. Which that alone might just win you a game. Soul Food is my kind of cute card. I think this card's super powerful in either the slow matchups or going first. If you have this and just 3 heralds, even 2 heralds, you just don't have to work for it. You just get to have 4, so possibly trigger Prism 1 to 3 times, and you're really happy about whatever outcome happens. Social will always win every Prism deck ever. Tome of Divinity, as long as we are on Vestige, we will be on Tome of Divinity. Now going on to the blue only cards, we have Herald of Ravages. Herald of Ravages is not super impressive. We need to summon a blues, and this technically can become a 6 if it doesn't get blocked, which is definitely good. And then on to our blue auras, we have 3 Pressing Mirage, 2 Pierce Rowdy. I am not in the camp where you need 3. 1 feels too few, especially once it dies. Then you don't get to have that effect anymore, so I think the second one is just right. And as far as the 3 passing go, I mean, what are you going to do? Swing Heralds with Phantasm and get them get popped? Come on now. But that's going to be the deck. Again, I am currently undecided on what I'm going to play. This is one of the 6 decks that's in contention. And who knows, maybe this is the deck I chose. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment down below what you guys want to see next. It's been your boy Seth from Fabtcg. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.